Hey guys, so I have one for you today on the concept of how we're thinking about what we're doing in our life, what we did right, what we did wrong, things of that nature. Now, before I go too deep into this, I want to point something out. Noticing what we could do better, noticing what we do think we're doing wrong or not good enough is actually a good thing. We do want to pay attention to where we're going, what we're doing, and how we can do things better. Because if we're just ignoring that and only thinking about the positive, we're not really growing ourselves. We're not getting better at these things we want to do. So I do think that we need to pay attention when we're doing something. Can we do it better? What we're doing, how we're doing it. The problem is, A, a lot of people think about what they're doing wrong and they spin and spin and spin and spin on it. So they're not actually getting the lesson out of it and the information of what they could do better. They're just thinking about how they are doing something so bad and so wrong. That's not really helping us any. Then we're just beating ourselves up for no reason. So we want to know what we can do better, not just sit in the emotions, but think of what we can do better. And then what I really want to point out is, can you think about what you did right? What you're doing right instead of just what you're doing wrong. So it's a different way to take this. Instead of only spinning on something and beating ourselves up, we can look at the situation, what we can learn, what we can grow from, how we can use this as transformation, but then sandwich that with what I did right, or top it with what did I do right? What am I doing well in this moment? Whether it's a work project, something in life, your fitness, doesn't really matter. What am I doing right? So you can use those lessons, but then bring it back to the positive of what you're doing right. And if you're gonna spin on stuff, try to spin on those. You don't only have to spin on the negative stuff. If you have a mind that tends to spin on things, mine does too. So I try to give it positive things to spin on. And don't get me wrong, I get it. The worry is can be very strong. Even with all these tools, I sometimes notice that I'm spinning on worries that are totally irrelevant to everything anyways. I'm just spinning because I'm worried about stuff. So I stop myself and I think about what positive things I can think about, what is going right in this moment. So, just a little shift for you there. See if you can try that. Or if you have a different way of doing this, how do you do it? When you have the negative head spins, do you have a certain technique that you use? Do you have a way that you spin it to a positive side to think of stuff that's more constructive? I would love to hear it. So that's my 2 cents for the day. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon.